Oh man, how's that for a nostalgia blast? What's up guys, welcome back to a new undertaking from me, a new Let's Play on this channel. This time we will be playing the Flintstones. We will be playing the Flintstones, the treasure of Sierra Madrock. This is one of my childhood, like literally my childhood games. I think this was like maybe like the third or fourth game I owned on my SNES, which was like my very first console. So like this is like actual childhood game for me. But let's go ahead and set our continues to the absolute like maximum possible, because we're going to be needed. Because if I can remember anything about this game, it's a hard game, right? So let's, without further ado, jump into it. So the story has it that Fred, our lovable guy, and his pal Barney are at a meeting. I'm gonna try my best to do their voices, but like honestly, heard about what? Oh man, it's gonna be so bad. There's a rumor going around that the Grand Poobah's going to retire. So bad, like. Then this, let's see. This could be our big break, Barney, my boy. I really can't do his voice. You're going to run for Grand Poobah? This is like mental stroke patient like dialogue. Can anyone think of anyone more? Oh man, it's turning into like Mega Man's voice, which is something I just finished. So I'm better at doing Barney's voice, at least his old voice, because like. Mel Blanc is the voice actor behind Barney, and I think like somewhere like in between the first and second season of the cartoon, I could be completely wrong about this, but like he started off with like a deeper voice, but then like somewhere along the way like Mel Blanc changed his voice to like become more of like a more nasally voice. But I think, you know, just because I can do it personally, like it's within my capabilities, and also just to kind of honor like the very beginning of the Flintstones, I'll try to do like Barney's deeper voice. But anyway, I'm kind of skipping over the story here. So yeah, so basically the Grand Poobah, who is the, I guess, the chairman of like this society, is retiring, and in order to find his next in line, I guess, he's giving all of the rest of us a challenge to find the treasure of Sierra Madrock, and the first one that can find it will become the next Grand Poobah. So yeah, his successor. This is a legendary treasure of Sierra Madrock. The one who finds the treasure will take my place as Grand Poobah of the Loyal Order. Water Buffaloes. They all like in the Flintstones, right? They all have like a New York accent, right? Like kind of like a Brooklyn accent kind of thing. I think I could be wrong about that. Jersey maybe. Like I have no idea. I'm from the UK, so I'm kind of like an ignorant bigot. But anyway. I'm with you, brother Flintstone. I'm gonna have to like tweak these voices. And away we go! Anyone get the nicest number of that truck? Oh man, it's so bad. Snap out of it, Bon! There's no time to lose. Alright. I might have to like change it slightly. This is my big chance. Come on, let's get out of here. So bad. I'm sorry. I'm destroying the nostalgia value of this, but oh man. Not only was this game my childhood gem, like one of my childhood games, but like the Flintstones itself is like one of the first cartoons I ever watched from like Hanna-Barbera, you know, and like, you know, back in the day when Cartoon Network was like, you know, was the shit, you know, like this is the show that I would watch, and like it's a great show. You know, it's pretty much like the precursor for like things like The Simpsons, you know, which I know is like more of an adult, you know, cartoon, but you know, like Hanna-Barbera was like, you know, kind of the you know, it was one of those like early shows that really kind of paved the way for like animation in general for TV. And what a show it was, you know, like I was a kid, I found it funny, you know, and charming. Like it was really like adult as well, you know, some of the jokes that they would tell, you know, not like adult in terms of sleazy, but like, you know, it'd be like, you know, it'd be like, because Fred, right, Fred is like, you're like kind of like, in like British terms, he's like your kind of like kind of like old lad, if you will, you know, he like fucking, he works at like a stone quarry, you know, like, you know, kind of manual labor, you know, he's into like bowling and sports and shit. So like he's your like standard like, you know, like old lad, right, kind of a character. So like I guess like, you know, a lot of people would have been able to relate to that archetype of character. Then you have Barney, like the lovable neighbor. I always liked Barney, except for that one episode. This one episode, I'm not sure which season it is, but like there's one episode where like, because usually like Fred is like the kind of like the mean one. Like Fred's the one who like is always like thinking up schemes and like basically like treating Barney like he's a piece of shit. Like, you know, like kind of like you know, tricking Barney and like kind of like taking advantage of like Barney's like niceness. But then this one episode where like Barney learns like self-defense or something, and like the tables are turned, and I was like, oh shit, you know. Like one quote from that episode is like, I don't know if it's that episode, but like, I may be small, but I'm wiry. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, like just as a whole, you know, this series represents a lot to me in terms of memories. Anyway, I've been yapping on about stuff. I haven't actually been talking about the game itself. You may be wondering, well, I mean, most likely you already know what this game is if you're watching this, you know, but like, yeah, so like this game is awesome. Like the best thing about this game is probably the music. You know, like if you follow any of my content in general, you'll know that like music like quality is always like a really important factor for me in terms of like choosing games to play, you know. And like it just so happens that a lot of the games that I played in my childhood have like really amazing like you know, like music in them. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Oh god! Ah, so close. That was always super hard as like when I was a kid playing that, but yeah, but great music, like fucking terrific music. You know, the Flintstones itself came during an era where like kind of like shows really when did Flintstones come out? Like it was like maybe like after, like just after World War II. Like I could be completely wrong about that, like sorry, like okay, but let me show this off actually. Yeah, this is the park, by the way. It's just mini game thing. You get clams, which is the currency of the Flintstone world. I like this one. I think. Like there's 4 games, A, B, C, D. Like I think this one's the kind of basically like memory matching game. Then there's one where you have to hit monkeys in trees with coconuts on catapults, and that one was like one of the most annoying ones. And then like what else? There was like one of those like kind of like prize shooter things, but except you're throwing stuff. Like in like kind of like fairs and carnivals and stuff like that. And then there was one more, but I really can't remember at this point. But okay, so let's see. Let's pick locations that are easy. Star times 3. Big star 2. Fred. That was like the bottom. That was yeah. Damn it. Yeah, the thing about this is like you take turns. Oh, you fucking lucky piece of shit. Why did you pick that one? Like, he made two really, like, really great, like, moves. Oh god, what was it? Was it this one? Oh, no, it was top left, wasn't it? Oh, okay, cool. Alright. I'm already failing terribly. Clam, okay. Which one was, this one was ×2, I think. This one was ×3. Was it? Oh god. Which one was ×3? Damn it! Okay, that one was ×3. I suck at like memory games, I guess. I guess like the computer has to do that because like it kind of moves things on. But okay, we've got one at least, but I think we're still gonna lose. ×2. Which one haven't I opened yet? Barney. Yeah, he still won. Unfortunately. Wait, actually, yeah, because it's I'm not really sure actually. I'm not really sure. I kind of forget, but nevertheless, what was I talking about? I forgot what I was saying. Amazing music. I think it was along the lines of what I was saying. Oh yeah. I was saying how like the era that the Flintstones came out and was really popular was an era when like jazz music was really kind of popular, being like to be used in you know, whoops. Water damages you. Like, there's a lot of, like, weird, like, gameplay elements that I'll kind of explain along the way. Like, things that make the game really punishing and difficult. But also, just weird things in general, you know, like... yeah, this game is really weird. but cool, you know. Yeah, you know, and like, it really... and in this game, I think they really paid a really good like homage to like that kind of thing. Like the soundtrack in this game is phenomenal. I would even like the other SNES game that I played. Whoops. The other SNES game that I played. What do I need? Let's get a 9. Yeah. So how this works is that like at the end of the level, the time at which you cross the finish line, the last digit becomes the number that you see on that little bingo board, right? And that's like obviously a reference because like I think in the Flintstones they play a lot of bingo or something like that. Like perhaps again I could be completely making that up again, but yeah, that's what it is. And if you get a row, then you basically get a 1-up, and then if you match multiple ones, you get even more 1-ups. So it's important to make sure you kind of get that. The sound effects in this game are really funny as well. Oh god! Yeah, so the thing is, like, in this game, you want to move quickly. Like, it's a game where like there's like the way that the momentum is kind of designed. Like, it makes you kind of want to rush through levels, right? But the thing is that you really can't do that in this game because like if you fall off a ledge as you saw, or if you hit an enemy, sometimes you're jumping ledges, right? And then the enemy hits you, and like the air momentum is completely broken, and like it will knock you off of, it will stun you, and you will kind of basically bounce off of the edge, and there's nothing you can fucking do about it. So yeah, like just weird things, you know, like you can run, but like you can only accelerate to your top speed when you oh god, almost took a false step there. But you can only reach max speed when you're running on the ground. You can only run and accelerate when you're on the ground. You can't accelerate in the air. So you hold like one of the shoulder buttons. Oh god. Ah, man. Yeah, you hold the shoulder buttons to run, but like you can only run on the ground. You can't like run in the air. So like it's really weird. This is another weird thing. It's like it's really weird. Like the map of the board is like you're basically traversing the board, right? You're rolling a stone die, and like you move around the level, and like if you're playing this, I should have gone down there, but it's alright. If you're playing this for the first time, it's not immediately obvious what you're supposed to be doing. But like what you're supposed to be doing actually is you're supposed to be finding one of the other members of the Pooh Society, who is roaming around the map, right? And like he's in a specific place, but as soon as you get close, he starts to like roll the dice of his own. Weird ass enemy, but funny. And the thing is, like, if you get to the same space as him, then he challenges you to some kind of race, which you'll see eventually when I get to the Pooh member on this map. And then once you've beaten the Pooh member, like he gives you like an item. Oh, there's a life there, but like I really don't want to risk like. Let's get some money. Yeah, and then like he gives you an item, and then that item allows you to progress to the next stage. You can like farm money off of this guy, I guess. You get like, oh fuck it, I'll move on. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, like I'll explain the other kind of weird like gameplay things as we go along. But yeah, oh yeah. So as you saw there, like Wilma, like and Betty, like also walk around the map randomly, and if they catch up to their respective husbands, then they'll drag them around the map randomly, like a couple of spaces. It's really random, basically. You know, it's really random. Because they say in the dialogue, you know, I've been worried sick, I'm gonna take you home, but like they don't necessarily take you home. They just take you to a random space. You know, so yeah, that's another weird thing. It's like I wouldn't say that like kind of continuity and like logical design is like this game's strong point, but it is that like again the main reason, you know, yeah, this is the one I'm not a fan of because it's hard and the controls are weird. Yeah, the controls are super janky. The momentum, like I said, is designed in such a way that makes you want to kind of run through levels really quickly. But again, if you do that, then like it usually spells disaster for you, because like, you know, you'll run off a ledge, you'll miss a jump, you know, and yeah, you'll end up dying basically, and that's obviously not what you're trying to do. Oh, nice. That's super hard. That is super hard. I don't know how I managed to do that. But anyway, yeah. So there's Betty. If I okay, well, she's probably still gonna drag me. I think, I'm not sure, but like maybe they drag you in the opposite direction from where you last came from. But honestly, I think it's random. I want another stab at the memory game, honestly. Oh, okay, which one is this one? The Bagatelle Shooter. Okay, yeah, this is the one I was talking about. Actually, no, this is a different one, isn't it? Yeah, this is like basically pinball. I forgot about this one. This one is okay. Like my favorite ones are between D, which is the memory game, and B, which is the whatever it's called, like the carnival, like kind of like hit a target thing, which hopefully I get to show off in this playthrough. But like, yeah, so anyway, like the kind of itinerary for this playthrough is like, I don't think I'm gonna finish this in one setting. It is a short game, but like it's also like really menacingly difficult. So like, my guess is that it's gonna take me maybe two sessions to finish this game, but we'll see. We'll see, because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels, I believe, 5 stages, I believe, and they get increasingly difficult. So God, come on. God. Janky ass shit happening. Yeah, this level isn't too bad. Some levels are actually really easy, and some are just notoriously difficult. It's like weird. But if you want to give me your money, I'm gonna go back up now. One thing I will say though is that like it's really satisfying to hit things in this game. Like, cause like their attack animation is so like violent, and like all the sound effects are all like really funny and like interesting. So like yeah, it feels good to hit things in this game. Okay, what do I need? Did I have a 7? Let me find out. No, I did not. Yeah, so you know here like the goal is basically to fill up the gauge, this bingo board. If you get a 0, you just get a heart piece. Not a heart piece, just a heart, you know. So, and if you get the same number again before when you fill all the numbers in, you get a new bingo board. But like if you get a double, okay, this is the 8 boss. So like, if you get a double, you get another life. But like, yeah, this is like I guess a sub boss panel. If you saw the space I landed on, if you land on that monster space, then you either fight a sub-boss, which in this map is the giant gorilla, or you'll do like a short level that has some kind of a gimmick in it. But yeah, when you roll a dice, you get okay. This is gonna be tricky. Oh god, I think. Okay, she caught me.
Barney Rubble.
Oh no, it's Betty.
Where in the world have you been? Where in the world have you been? I was worried sick. We're going home. Now.
God, this game made me fear marriage. It really did. Okay, let's go the same direction as Fred now. So yeah, like, I guess like the only strategy that you can really employ is once you've actually played through the game enough times, you know. I guess, you know, yeah, it makes sense because this game comes from an era where like games really were difficult, and like because gaming didn't have the shiny Unreal Engine 4 like graphics that it has today. Like, you know, like the games really had to kind of like think about designing challenging games that would have like a lot of replayability in terms of like you fuck up a lot, so you have to play the game a lot and you learn the game like the back of your hand. But ooh, 3. Yeah, there's the guy who's up there. But like I think he's gonna move the next round, which is fucking annoying. But oh well. Yeah, like when you're in the air, another weird thing is that, like I said, you can't dash in the air, but like, you tend to keep your momentum in the air. Like you can change direction, but only if you're not in like a dash state, you know. Because yeah, well, you can still kind of change direction, but it's weird. It's really weird. Like if you're moving too quickly, it becomes really hard to kind of like control your movement through the air, particularly. Yeah, like it's weird stuff. Like so, like that fish, that piranha thing, like died off screen and then turned into an item. Like when you hear that kind of like sound. Okay, did I need a 6? Let's go for a 6. I can't remember. I need to remember next time. Okay, nice. 4 and 3 is what I need next. Left. Yeah, I think this might actually be like a longer series than I imagined. I thought that like this would be like a 1 episode thing, but like I think this might take me at least like 3 to 4 episodes. But that's okay. Okay, I think what I'm gonna try and do is to like kind of head him off at the pass, as it were. Yeah, and like yeah, the momentum is weird, so like that's why like it's even though like it's weird because it's tempting to go quick, but like going quick is really dangerous in this game. So like, you know, you really can't afford to go quickly. Can I get it? Yes, nice. Yeah, like, you know, because when you go slowly is when you have the most control over your character. So anyway, what else was I saying? I was talking about the music earlier. The music is fantastic in this game. Whoops, I'm an idiot, so I was supposed to go the other way. It's okay. I'll catch him eventually. It's a good thing that there are 2 characters. So this game has like 2-player like option. Try. When I was younger, like no joke, right? Like I actually thought, because at the beginning, in the beginning cutscene, Barney says, "Did anyone get the license plate of that truck?" I actually thought that you had to somehow get like the license plate number of the trucks that were passing. You know, obviously that's you know, that's really dumb now, but like at the time I was like, oh my god, like, you know, maybe I need to get the whoops, those things are annoying. They take like 4 hits. Yeah, 4 hits. An enemy that takes 4 hits to kill. That's kind of a bit random, right? A lot of you know, like I said, like logical game design is not something that this game has. You know, it's very experimental, very janky. But like it's really cool though in what it does. Like it has an abundance of ideas. I'm sure that when this game came out, like it was really kind of revolutionary and quality in its time. But yeah, that's right, buddy. Run while you can, because I'll catch you eventually. I just need to not be an idiot and move the right way. But yeah, so the music in this game is really cool. Like it really is an homage to like the like, you know, like Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, da, da, like all of it is like jazz inspired, you know. What happened there? Did I not have enough money? I don't think I had enough money. Well, let me get a 2, please. Don't long this. Prone to lag as well, this game. It really goes to show like just how like how quality this game is, I guess. Like, you know, because like, you know, the SNES riding sharks. Riding sharks, confirmed. Yeah, just random things like water hurts you. For no reason, really. Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention. Could have gotten 3. Sorry. I can get my life back. You might have also seen like that there's cafes as well. And like you can buy like... There are other games like Ganbare Goemon, like as an example. Which I played Mystical Ninja. If you haven't checked that out, feel free to check that out. But like it's like one of those. It's not item shop basically. Yes, caught you. That you can refill your life and stuff like that, but get 1-ups, I think. Look, Bonnie, it's Rockhead, and he has the map. Ugh.
That's right, Flintstone. The treasure is as good as mine. Right. Now. Sorry, I kind of suffered a stroke on it. Not if I can help it. Not if I... Tell you what, Flintstone. I'm a sporting kind of guy. I'll give you the map, but you'll have to race me for it. They don't call me Fast Freddy Flintstone for nothing. I really don't have the voice to do Fred. Like, you need like a deep, like a husky, like kind of like a really bassy type of a voice. Like because when I do it, I sound overly nasally. You know, shit. How the fuck do you play this game again?
Okay, cool. Cool. This isn't hard when you know what you're doing, but like when you don't know what you're doing, it's super hard. Like I've played this so many times that like I'm actually like, you wouldn't believe it. The last time that I played this game is like probably years ago. I probably played it over the years, like just like for nostalgia's sake. But like this, like just like, oh god, just like particularly this first track, because I lost on it so much. Like it's in my mushroom memory. But yeah, you know, it's basically Mario Kart. You know, really, it's Mario Kart. Like you got, it's the same kind of idea. But like yeah, so like you want to avoid dirt patches because they slow you down. You can use jumping to basically like maintain your momentum through like, you know, terrain that slows you down. But like, yep, if you lose, he says fuck you, and he goes somewhere else, and you have to catch him again. So you really do not want to lose. I don't believe it. You beat me. Must be all that exercise. What exercise, Fred? Thanks for the map, Rockhead. Listen, Flintstone. Press the select button anytime you want to see the... It's like you can skip the text. Like, I should probably do that. Because like I'm just afraid, because like you can like when you actually skip the text, it goes mad fast, you know. But anyway, that's Bedrock. That's Bedrock. We have cleared it. We're on to the next stage. We don't need to do any more stages. Yeah, so like the first time you play this game, like you have no idea. Like it's not clear what you have to do. You know, it's just kind of like set. Like I mean, obviously like the premise is clear enough. Like you're supposed to find a treasure. So like yes, it's implied that you kind of go somewhere. Okay, let me just save state it real quick, because this game uses passwords. You know, and like, yeah, ain't nobody writing that shit down. Ain't nobody got time for that. So now we're in Magma Rock, which is honestly a step up in terms of like, maybe 2 steps up in terms of difficulty. Like, as the name suggests, we're in like an active volcano basically. So like, if you touch the fucking lava, you're dead. There's no like, you know, this angry Triceratops. There's everything in this level. The music is fucking awesome, so it makes it okay. So as you can see there, like I hit the enemy, it maintained my momentum, I bounced into the lava and I fucking died. So yeah, 2 steps, maybe even 3 steps above the difficulty. Worm is there. It's okay though, because I'm Barney. Yeah, so you really don't want to be running fast in this. I think if you touch those, you get stunned and you drop into the lava as well. So, yeah, it's kind of, yeah, you know, it's a shame because like it feels really good to run fast in this game. Weirdly, pterodactyls making sounds of the sound of bats. Those triceratops making the sounds of like mice, I guess. This game is weird, but it's really cool. It is charming. It really definitely is charming. Like, because you have like Super Mario World, right? But like, if I'm honest, this game is way prettier than Super Mario World. Like, Super Mario World is a beautiful, beautiful game. Like, I even kind of want to play it. You know, everyone and their mom has played fucking Super Mario World. You know. Like millennials would play, like I'm a millennial apparently, but like, you know, because I was born like in '88, but like, you know, millennials were playing that shit in the womb, you know, they were playing the GBA re-release of that shit. You know, but like, let me have a look at the map. Whoops, I was supposed to hold X. 2 clams, 2 hearts, 4 hearts, yeah, so like this, the cafe only serves to like restore hearts for you. What was I saying? Too many things are happening. Like I have like kind of a scatterbrain. So. Oh god. You just really want to run fast in this game. Like you just like, it's like it feels so good to run fast. and like to like whack enemies, like just run up to enemies and whack them. But like the game just really heavily punishes you for like running fast. I think I need to run across the ship. Yeah, you can also flap in the air, as you can see, but like you can only flap for like 1 second basically, and then you fall. So yeah, it's not really, you know, it'll save your ass occasionally, but like, you know, it ain't, you know, you're not going to be able to like correct like a mistimed jump. You're going to be plummeting to your doom, you know. So oh yeah. That's a funny little animation. Okay, so we get a new bingo board. Oh God, Wilma. I'm actually gonna let her drag me. I hope she doesn't drag me to the right, because my plan is to kind of, oh shit. Oh well, I mean that's okay. She's helped me skip levels. Well, I've already completed those levels, but like yeah, the idea is to kind of sandwich the guy so he can't run away. And then like when you've sandwiched him perfectly, yeah, lava sheep. This game is so weird. It's like it's almost creepy in how weird it is, but like it's just interesting, you know. Like the Flintstones is really not like this, you know. Like this is like the Flintstones mixed with like Castlevania mixed with like I don't know, fucking whatever platformer, you know. But oh yeah, I was talking about the graphics, wasn't I? I was talking about the graphics. Yeah, like running backwards. Yes, you know, Super Mario World is a beautiful game. Everyone's played it, but like the thing is that like I think that this game looks better, and like the music's better. You know? Yeah, you know. Well, I guess you know Super Mario World was like more or less a launch title for the SNES, so I guess it's understandable. But like you know, this game is really pretty. Let's see what we have here. Oh, I've got this thing. Okay, so this thing chases you. Oh God! Good thing it kind of like it looks like it goes really fast, and it does accelerate. But like as long as you kind of like time your jumps properly, like as long as you time your jumps properly, like it won't catch up to you, and you won't fall to your death. I did it, Fred. Say, Fred, how's it going? Yeah, at some point, like his voice becomes like the Nebo connected to the whatever, like right, like something like that. I'm not a voice actor. Like I like voice acting, but like I'm not a voice actor, unfortunately. I do want to get better though, so. You know, but it just so happens that like right now it's kind of a bit late, you know. It's really late actually, so I don't want to kind of, again, I want to be a good neighbor, but yeah, close, getting a bit too hasty. It just feels too good to run, you know. Because otherwise you just kind of like you like walk at this speed, like, and like yeah, it just feels lame compared to like when you run. I think you're supposed to kind of like feather it. You're supposed to kind of feather the shoulder button so that like you're not constantly like running. Oh God, that's close. Could have gotten a 3. It's okay. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Any of the outer row or 3. So I need to get 1, 4, 7, or 3 and 9. I should be doing okay for now. I've got 27 lives. I think I kind of underestimated my abilities because like I just have memories of this game being so hard. But I guess like when you actually know what you're doing and like you're a bit older, like it's not too hard. Oh, that's so close. If I'd only gotten 2, I would have like, it would have been like that. I would have been on to the next stage. Okay, what do we have here? More pterodactyl platforms. Oh god! Well, that might be a good thing actually, because I can go back to my original space and then like, hopefully the guy doesn't roll a dice and then I can get a 2. Yeah, so hopefully he doesn't take a turn. I think it's a... Okay, yes he does. Fucking asshole. Look at him, he's like, don't ever catch me. Well, back to this stage. Okay, so I have to watch out for the fucking moving ass fucking platform. But like, yeah, I can jump and like snipe this bird out of the air, like so. But watch the fucking platforms, because they will move like that! I could go on that volcano thing on the right, and like, I think it teleports me to a random space. But obviously it's random, so you know, you don't want to kind of rely on it too much. Yeah, it's like sections like this, it's like, hey, you can go fast! But then it places a fucking enemy in front of you, and you're like, oh, and you land in the lava, and it's like, oh. Yeah, I'm not sure about what the numbers for those things are. Like the stars. I think it's 100 small stars to get a 1-up, and maybe like 10 big, or like whatever. I'm not really sure. I never paid much attention to that because like most of the time I was like kind of like, you know, like scared of fucking dying, so oh god, he's gonna move again, fucking asshole. I might actually go on the volcano. Okay, I think I can corner him here. He dug his own fucking grave. Thought you were so fucking smart. Okay, let's risk it. Where's this gonna take me? I wonder. Not ideal. Not ideal. That was actually probably the worst that could have happened. No thank you. Okay. What is better to do here? Probably to corner him on this side. That's unfortunate. You see, like, yeah, like, it must be, like, speedrunning this game must be so, like, frustrating. Because there's a lot of, like, weird jank and, like, RNG and stuff that, like, would probably just kill your run. You know, like, if you land on a volcano and you have no choice, because you're trying to sandwich the guy like I did, right? I need 4 or 3, right? What's the other one I needed? I forget. 7, 3, and 9 is what I need. 7, 3, and 9. Okay. Bonnie's about to die. But Bonnie's doing like the most work, like Fred keeps dying. You tend to have like one character like that, like one character that you do really well with, and the other character that just dies. I don't know if like Fred and Bonnie are actually any different. I think they're exactly the same, but like I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure. I think they're exactly the same, which I guess makes sense because like in Super Mario World, like Mario and Luigi are exactly the same. So I'm not too sure about that, I suppose. Darn snake. Give me money. Oh god! 9, 7, and 4. Right? 3. 7 and 9 next. droll. How droll. So many, like, quotes and stuff from Flintstones. Out! OWT out! Like, oh man, Flintstones was my fucking, like, my life, man. But then, like, they made a movie of it. And, yeah, let's not talk about that. I think they made, like, I think there was, like, oh shit, I died. I think there was, like, more than one movie. I think there were several movies. I'm talking about live action movies, and, like, all of the live action movies, as far as I could tell, were really terrible. The only case of a live action movie made from a cartoon that I remember was actually quite entertaining was Scooby-Doo. I quite enjoyed that, the Scooby-Doo live action movie, because it had more like adult humor in it. I might actually watch that again at some point. It has like Sarah Michelle Gellar in it. But I remember like we actually like someone actually brought that film into school. Like, because we had like a kind of like a, after the exams one year, like we have like we have like, you know, in the UK, I don't know if they do this in like differently in different schools, like, and bear in mind this was like at least 10 years ago, if not more. You know, like we used to have like film sessions, because like it was our reward for like like, you know, doing the exams and everything, and like the teachers had no more lessons planned, so like we would watch movies, or like play a game, you know, and like we always used to look forward to that kind of thing. But like one time, like someone brought in Scooby-Doo live action movie, and like everyone loved that film, you know. It's just so funny, and like Sarah Michelle Gellar was in it, you know, when she was young, you know. She probably still looks great now, honestly. I don't know what she looks like, but how old would she be? Because like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I'm guessing she was like at least late teens, early 20s, right? So yeah, I guess she's at least 30 now, like 30 something maybe. Because at the time, like when Buffy the Vampire Slayer was kind of airing over here, like it could have been late for all I know, you know. Oh god. Over here, you know, but like, yeah, like I was in my teens definitely, so. Oh god. No! Ah, I'm so close. I have 100 coins, damn. But yeah, like, actually, playing this again, you know what? It's not as hard as I remember it being. Again, like, I think it's, you know, the premise of the game is simple. Like, it's challenging, because it's a platformer, and the controls are janky, and they're just weird things that jump at you, and it punishes you, like, really heavily for going quickly. Whereas at other times it kind of rewards you for going, or like it encourages you to go quickly. Still, I guess the premise is quite easy, whereas like in a game like I just finished playing Mega Man Battle Level 2 Hardcore mode, right? And like some of the bosses in that game that I subjected myself to with 1 HP, and fighting them normally, was just crazy, you know. But this is straightforward enough. It's more about like, can you control your character well, you know, as opposed to like having to like remember like a million things, you know, and like a million things going on. This is just like simply like, yes, some things might jump into your way, but like at the very least, like, okay, be careful of the lava balls here, the fireballs. They look like mud balls to me more than fireballs. It's weird. Yeah, it's like there's magma and stuff, but like a lot of the stage looks brown and muddy. It's weird. Okay, so 3 and 9? I definitely need 9, so unless I'm remembering incorrectly. Yeah, okay, 7. 7's right. Lucky 7. 3 up. Yeah, I've got plenty of fucking lives. I think I'm set. Like I said, like I think I'm just older and shit, and I've played more games, and you know, I'm just better at games, I guess. Which is funny, because I don't play as many games as I used to when I was a kid, so I guess, yeah, you know, I guess you just get more intelligent and like more skillful at shit, like in general, when you get older, but. And also, I guess it's because this is kind of a unique circumstance where I'm basically doing a let's play, so like I'm kind of, there's a bit of pressure on me to kind of perform like to an adequate standard, you know, but like, I say that, but like if you watch any of my other playthroughs where like I just fail massively and get like kind of salty, like that's not always the case, you know. I guess it really just depends on the type of game, but like this game is simple enough where like, oh god, I forgot about this. It's simple enough where like you kind of, you know, like you're not having to like micromanage a million things, and like you just kind of what did I get, 7. You know, you don't have to micromanage things, and when you start having to micromanage things, then like that's where I kind of start to like get really shitty, but like, or my playing gets really shitty, but like, yeah, you know. In terms of like motor skills, I think I'm okay.
You'll never catch me.
Oh, you fucking asshole. You fucking asshole. Oh well. Oh man, this is bad. This is bad. This is fucking bad, because... Okay, I've got a plan. I've got a plan. And that plan was perfectly facilitated by the fact that I got a 3 just there. But kind of fucked up that it sent me there, because I was hoping it would send me to the place it sent me last time. Hopefully Fred gets a 3. Another thing I used to do was like, I used to think that like mashing the Y button, which is the roll dice button, and also the attack button, would mean that like you get a higher chance of getting a higher number, but like that's not the case. It's completely random. Maybe it has a small... No, I doubt it. Like I think it's all like in your head. You're like just like, oh, I can mash more and I'll get maybe a 3. But like, yeah, I think it's really random. Okay, did I do this level already? I think I did. Can't remember. No, I haven't, because there were these like weird bone things. Bones and bones. Kind of creepy. Bones and bones, but oh well. Oh god. Oh god. Rocks. I don't know if that was the right idea. No, that was completely the wrong idea. Holy shit. Okay, so let's try and catch this guy. Please give me a 2. Please give me a 2. Ah, yes. I got you now, buddy. Okay. Looks like yeah, we can get out of here like earlier than we think.
Too bad, Flintstone. I'm going to be Pooba, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Basically, is what he's trying to say.
Heh. We'll see about that. Quartz.
Yeah? And just what are you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna beat you if that's the last thing I do.
Tell you what, this is Cardways, and I'll give you something.
Sorry, I shouldn't have skipped that, but like that's the thing. It's like if you don't skip it, the text advances like really like slowly, and like you know, and like that's not good for reading, because then I sound like I have mental retardation, basically. You know, not trying to be offensive, but like that's what it makes me sound like. Okay, this is a bit more difficult because you can't jump. So God, I hope I win this. The trick is like to not accelerate all the time. I just need to get in front of him. I just need to get in front of him. Oh, come on. No. 2 laps, okay. Got enough opportunities to take him out. But he's just a slippery asshole. Again, it becomes easier when I've crossed him. He's a cheating asshole. Like, he doesn't slow down when he crosses, like, the mud patch. Okay. I think the... God, I think I'm gonna lose. I think I'm gonna lose. Ah. Where the fuck is he now? He's down there. Please, oh please, Volcano, please take me to where he is. Thank you. So at the very least, I can trap him again. But like, yeah, that was bullshit. I call bullshit on that. Okay, so he's gonna move in that direction. And I should be able to, as long as he doesn't move up the left side, I should be able to catch him. Oh god, this is not looking good. Please give me a 2. I'm mashing the Y button. Oh man. Shit, he's gonna move. It's a slippery son of a bitch. I should have won that. I apologize. I should have won that. Like, I should have taken it a bit more slowly. Because if I'd taken it a bit more slowly, I might have been able to just like be able to snake around him at one point, and then all I would have had to do was to like would have been like just to yeah, just to kind of like maintain my position. But like I think that might have been a good thing that I lost with Fred, because it means that the guy didn't have a chance to roll. So that might mean that I might be able to catch this slippery snake. Yes! Yes! Okay. Round 2. You're not winning this time, mate. Whatever, shut up. Just shut up and lead me to the fucking thing. Should I save state it? That's called being a pussy. No, I'm not gonna save state it. I'm not gonna be a pussy. I know this. I'm probably gonna eat those words, but we'll see. All right, my finger's on the Y button. Take it slow. Take it slow. Don't knock into him. Take it slow. Okay, cool. Take it slow. You passed him. Okay. Oh god. Come on. Maintain your speed. I think this is in the bag. I think this is in the bag. All I had to do was kind of slow down and like not fuck up. And I need to maintain that, but like I think I should be alright. Yeah, I'm good. Nice. Alright. Should have happened the first time, man, but oh well.
I lost. You actually won for a change, Flintstone.
You putz. Obviously my superior driving skills paid off. This time.
I thought I was good, but you're better. Get going, Fred. Tougher challenges are waiting for you.
Thanks for the advice. My voice keeps changing.
Alright. Let's get out of here. Well, everything worked out, because Barney is right where the exit is. Well, more or less. I think it's on the right side, right? Yeah, the right side. Okay. I just need to kind of fuck around with Fred. I think okay. Perfect. This run is going really well so far. Yeah, okay, nice. But I think I'm gonna have to do one more stage. I could just die, honestly. But I think I'll do one more stage. Nope, this is a weird stage where it's backwards. Every stage is different, so that's interesting. So like they, you know, to be fair, like they did like kind of design all of these different stages. You know, they're like the geometry, or rather the topography of the stages is pretty simple. Like, you know, it's just like certain elements, certain. God, I better watch out because I'm gonna die. Please give me some life. Nice. Got my life back, pretty much. Alrighty, we're out of there. On to stage 3. Congratulations! Yeah, stage clear, toe clear. Alright. We're making progress. We're advancing. Alrighty. So I think this is where I'm gonna leave it off, guys. Don't know what. This is where I'm gonna leave it off. Yeah, in the next part we will make our ways to stage 3. Hope this has been enjoyable. Hope you're feeling the nostalgia, because I definitely am. And yeah, we'll see how far we get next time. So cool. Thank you very much for joining me. And as usual, I will catch you in the next Bowjinjin Plays Let's Play episode. So cool. Take care, guys. I will see you there. Peace out.